Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. So the Los Angeles Lakers have a healthy mix of veteran players and also young bloods on their NBA team. Now, as of right now, they are 5-6 on the NBA season and look like a team that doesn't really you don't really think they're going to contend this year for an NBA championship. But with all these veterans on their team, man, we have a whole bunch of players that were one-time winners and guys that have won rings in the past and stuff like that, man. So for today's video, we're going to see what if every single member of the Los Angeles Lakers was in their NBA prime and how exactly that would affect this current team. See if it would be enough to get past the Golden State Warriors, the Toronto Raptors, the Milwaukee Bucks, teams like that, man. So if you guys could do me a quick favor and drop a like on this video, it would be greatly appreciated. Let's go ahead and get started on this. So as far as the team we are going with, so we got LeBron James. Now, I know LeBron, I want to say age 33. I don't know if that's his absolute prime, but I decided to stick with current LeBron James just because he's been in his prime since he entered the NBA, still 98 overall. So I wanted to use the most realistic Lakers version of LeBron available. We have Rajon Rondo, who at the age of 24 was 89 overall. So looking at his career stats and stuff, I don't know what the big jump was. I guess he used to be a little bit of a better scorer, although his three-point shot never really been there, man, but always been a pretty good assist man out there. Always really good in assists, actually. Defense is always on point, but I believe it's around this season right here, one of these two seasons where he was that 89 overall. Looking at his stats, I mean, yeah, the scoring was there a bit, the rebounding was nice, the assists, but it was really the defense out there that was the big-time game changer, right, man? So, yeah, we got Rajon Rondo going to start at point guard for this team. Curious how many assists he puts up alongside LeBron James and how awkward the floor spacing is going to be. Next up, we are using Tyson Chandler. So there's an age 25 and an age 33 Tyson on this team. Of course, one being on the Pelicans, but this one right here is the one actually from the Dallas Mavericks team that won the NBA championship. He was a beautiful fit alongside Dirk Nowitzki, and I'm thinking between him and JaVale McGee, this is going to be one of the best defensive front courts in the NBA. But going back to his Dallas days, it was the one season he was there, and he averaged 10 points, 12 rebounds per game, and 1 block. So not crazy numbers, but still respectable. And while he wasn't throwing back shots exactly all that crazy, whoa, man, yo, Illuminati confirmed, baby, .666. The freaking Dallas Mavericks championship is a freaking sham, man. But yeah, looking back at his Pelicans day, I mean, the prime numbers are about the same. 12 rebounds, 12 rebounds, 12 points out there. Shot block about 1 per game. But it's always more just his ability to put a body on the big guys out there that really made him such dominant as a defensive player. We got Brandon Ingram. Keep in mind, guys, Ingram, Lonzo Ball, those guys are not in their prime yet, so we don't know how good they are going to be. So for that reason, they are going to stay the same. And then we got Michael Beasley, who going back to his Miami Heat days and Minnesota days early on in his NBA career, he was actually really solid, guys. Look at this season, 2010, 2011, 19 point per game scorer and 6 rebounds per game. Shot 45% field goal. Early on, his rookie season was a great 3-point shooter at 41%. So I believe 82 overall is what I remember him being in 2K back then. So I give him that similar rating. Upped his offense a little bit, and his consistency just a little bit out there, giving him that 82 overall. We got Danston Lance out there, man, who was a beast. It seems like whenever he wears a Pacers uniform, he has his best NBA seasons. This year he was 24. This is back in the 2014 season. I believe, is this the year? I think they lost to the Miami Heat, right? Or did they beat? Yeah, they didn't beat the Miami Heat, but they lost to the Miami Heat with LeBron James. This season averaging 14.7 rebounds, 5 assists. Was also a threat to get the triple doubles out there, man. And defensively was absolutely fantastic. Just his perimeter defense was great. Kyle Kuzma, yeah, you got KCP, made him an 80 overall. This is going back to his Detroit Pistons days. Pretty streaky on the Lakers, but 2016 season had a nice 15 points, 4 rebounds per game for the Detroit Pistons. His 3-point shot, he's never really been too good at threes. I guess 2017-2018 season shot 38%, but still, man, his three's not as good as I thought it would have been. You got Lonzo Ball. I would probably argue and say JaVale McGee is playing his best basketball right now, so I just kept regular JaVale. You look at the Denver-Washington year right there, man, 11 points out there, 8 rebounds, so you could argue maybe a little bit better, but I think 79 overall feels about right. And yeah, so that's it for the Laker guys out there. Looking at the lineup we were going with, Rajon Rondo, Lance Stevenson, LeBron James, Michael Beasley, Tyson Chandler. Believe Lance has a decent 3-point shot in this game, so it's that will be nice. He's got a 79 open 3, so that's nice. Rondo going to be trouble floor spacing. LeBron can shoot, of course. Beasley can shoot. Tyson Chandler with the pick and roll. And then, of course, the fantastic bench unit. So let's go ahead and get going on the simulation. As we go through this, I kind of want to give you guys my predictions on where I think this Lakers team is headed exactly, and what's going to happen this season and maybe going into next season, and which free agents I think they are going to end up getting. So, I do think they are going to make the playoffs. It just feels weird to say that LeBron James wouldn't make the playoffs. Now, do I think they're going to be like a top 3-4 seed? No, but I could see them getting that 8 spot, especially the way the Houston Rockets are playing right now, man. There might be a spot like that open up, like the 8th spot, maybe the 7th seed, but this team really needs to turn things around. At 5 and 6, it's like the chemistry's starting to get together a little bit, and LeBron James, once again, having a fantastic season. Right now, his averages is 27 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists per game out there, leading the team in all 3 of those categories. JaVale at 3 blocks per game. But yeah, man, as far as the free agents I think they're going to get, so I do think they are going to end up getting one of these 3 players from Golden State. I think they're either going to get Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, or DeMarcus Cousins. Now, I think that would be extremely funny if DeMarcus Cousins won a ring with the Warriors, because Steve Kerr actually went on the record to say, you know, we don't have enough money to re-sign him, so we're going to help him get a ring, hopefully, and then set him up for success out there. So wouldn't it be funny if he actually won a ring with the Warriors, and then went to the Lakers, and then LeBron and DeMarcus Cousins beat the Golden State Warriors? But at the same time, you got to think about it like this. If the Lakers end up getting Kevin Durant or a Klay Thompson, I believe that frees up the money for the Golden State Warriors to actually re-sign DeMarcus Cousins. So while I do think the Lakers are going to get one of those 3 guys, they're definitely not going to get more than that, because in any other case, you know, if one of those guys gets signed, they have the money to sign the other 2 back, right? I believe it's max contracts even also. Kawhi Leonard already kind of diminished the Laker rumors by saying he wasn't a Laker fan growing up, so a lot of people are taking that as a hint that he doesn't really have interest in playing with them. You know, Paul George, that's not going to happen. He signed a deal, you know, over there. Jimmy Butler is definitely a good possibility. I feel like Jimmy Butler is a LeBron James type of guy out there, a hard worker, and would just be a great second option to LeBron, because he like take over the scoring at times, and that would be a lot of fun to watch, man. But they're definitely gonna have to do something, because as constructed right now, I know people are gonna argue with me on this, but could you even argue maybe this team trading a guy like a Brandon Ingram and try to get some talent around LeBron James right now? Or do you think Brandon Ingram is definitely a big part of this team? As of right now, averaging 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists per game. So I don't know, man. I feel like Ingram does have a lot of good trade value out there. But looking at this record here with the prime Los Angeles Lakers, 71-10. So this team definitely did amazing out there. I'm curious, like, what the scoring numbers are looking like. LeBron obviously going to lead this team in scoring, though, right? And we got LeBron James getting MVP at 26.7 rebounds, 9 assists per game. DeAndre Ayton, Rookie of the Year. Tyreek Evans, 6-man. Giannis, Defensive Player. Michael Beasley, most improved at 16 and 7. So looking like a great option at that 4 spot. Luke Walton. Do you guys think Luke Walton is going to make it through the season, or do you see him getting fired? If the Lakers don't make the playoffs or get like a really low seeding, I think he's probably going to be gone after this season. But here is the All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team, with Rajon Rondo making that for the Lakers. So yeah, man, looking pretty good out there. We do have the playoffs. First round, we have the Pelicans. So let's check out these player stats real quick before we do all that. So we know LeBron's stats. Beasley, second leading scorer at 16 and 7. Rondo, 14 points, got 4 rebounds, 11 assists per game. Didn't shoot a ton out there, but 49% field goal percentage is pretty dang consistent. And even managed like a bitch-ass 31% from 3, but it's still, it's a good bitch-ass, man. Like, it could have been worse. You could have been Tyson Chandler shooting, why the man shooting a 3 a game? Shooting 20%, that's interesting. But yeah, Tyson at 13, 11, and 2 blocks per game. Kuzma, 11 off the bench, with Lance Stevenson dropping 11 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists as the starting shooting guard. Doing a little bit of everything out there, man. That's what Lance Stevenson does when he's playing his great basketball. Brandon Ingram at 8 points per game. JaVale McGee looking good. KCP playing like a bitch ass. And you got Lonzo Ball, who was moved to the backup point guard role. Kind of got sank in the bench by, Rajon Rondo in his prime, right? But here we go, man. First round, Pelican time. Simulate. Let's go game by game. I heard it's better to simulate game by game, and you have like a better chance of winning. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I'm going to try that theory out. So we up 2-0. Simulate the next game right here. 3-0, looking like it might be a sweep. And yes, we get them 4-0. Here is the closeout game, 25-14-8 for LeBron, 20-10 for Michael Beasley, and 20 for Kuzma. 18 assist game for Rajon Rondo. That is playing with guys like Stevenson, LeBron James, who are great playmakers themselves. All right, let's simulate the rest of this current round. Looking like probably the Houston Rockets in the second round right here. And, of course, they got Chris Paul, James Harden, Clint Capella. That'd be a nice little matchup to watch. Carmelo Anthony. Is it still, like, socially acceptable to mention Carmelo Anthony when talking about a team? I think it probably is. Simulate game 1. And got that. Simulate the next game. 1-1. Okay, it's a tied series. Next game. And, come on. You guys can't be blown at this, bro. Come on, man. Okay, 2-2. We good. Simulate game. Oh my God, we are in a closeout game. We might lose in the second round to the Houston Rockets. Let's simulate this game, see if we can at least get this here, and it's looking pretty good for us, but unless a big time fourth quarter by the Rockets, probably not going to happen. We win 120-94, 20-10 for Rajon Rondo, 25-13 for LeBron James. And that's what I loved about Prime Rondo, is like when push come to shove, when it was time to get a W, you could definitely rely on Rondo. Somehow he also went 3 for 3 from 3, so yeah. All right, let's go ahead and simulate this final, well, hopefully it's not our final game, but final game in this series. Simulate with Simcast, see if we can get it. And okay, looking like a pretty close one right here. Okay, Lakers doing pretty good, and yeah, looks like we're probably gonna get this. We do 106-91 closeout game, 31 for LeBron James. Next up, we have the Golden State Warriors. We got Toronto and Detroit in the Eastern Conference, so looking like it's probably gonna be Toronto in the finals. All right, simulate game 1, and the Golden State, oh, I'm sorry, the Lakers get that. Simulate the next game right here. And, yo, if we sweep the Warriors, I'm going to be the happiest man alive, man. 3-0, man. Simulate game. And, oh, man, they blew it. They blew it. All right. Oh, y'all cannot blow that 3-0 lead. That's worse than a 3-1. All right, got him 4 games. The 2 close out looking like this. 22-5-10 for LeBron James. 16 assists for Rondo. Next up, the Toronto Raptors. Taking it game by game. 1 game 1. And 1 game 2. It's looking good so far. 3-0. Are we going to sweep the Toronto Raptors? Oh, 3-1, man. I always think we're going to, and then we just don't. And we win the championship, 4-1, man. LeBron James getting Finals MVP at 30.6 rebounds, 8 assists per game. Close out looking like this. I guess the biggest surprise of this whole video was Michael Beasley. Like, I knew he was a big-time scorer back in the day for a bit, and it just kind of sucks to show, just like, if he had better work ethic, just how great he really could have been. But let's go to the playoff stats here. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. So Rondo actually stepped up, was the second leading scorer, and dropped 12 assists per game in the playoffs. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my